incredibly special episode of Nobody Asked. You might be thinking, Lachy, why aren't you throwing haymakers right now at the man next to you? Why aren't you smashing his head into the floor? Because right next to me is PWA Wrestler, Survivor contestant, The Smoke Show, Scott Green.
Woo!
Welcome back to the show.
It was all fake. We were friends the whole time.
Isn't that crazy?
So for the wrestling purists who are tuning in, we're destroying everything. We are today going to go through the entire journey we had from the last time you were on the podcast to all the matches we've done, pulling back the curtain, breaking kayfabe. This is PWA Unreal.
Well, that's the thing. I think since... Edan, I don't know if you're aware, but WWE have made a documentary now about all the behind-the-scenes stuff and just put it on Netflix.
Whoa.
So you can just go see all the behind-the-scenes secrets and whatnot. And I think since that's come out, my opinion on what wrestling is and like the kayfabe behind it and the realism and all that has just changed completely. A year ago, I would have never done this because killing kayfabe. But now I am of the opinion of like, man, if the WWE can just put it out there like that, then kayfabe's evolving, and that's why I'm sitting next to Lachy McIntyre after I just beat his ass at Colosseum. Yeah.
It's also like, I don't know, because I was such a fan of yours as well before we started the feud. And do you know what the hardest part was? I hated going on social media and having to like just reply or be mean. And then even when you wrote comments, I was like, no, he doesn't mean it.
You're like actually getting a bit upset.
There was points where like it slowly, I was like Joaquin Phoenix method acting a bit, where you'd post and I'd immediately get annoyed. No, wait. Oh no, that's the heel brain going like, oh, you need to write something.
Heel brain is crazy, Lachy.
Heel. Do you know what a heel is?
Yes, of course I know what a heel is. And so heel brain is nuts. You method acting. I thought you were being rude a couple of weeks.
But it's nice. What do we do now? Are we still on social media? Are we still being mean to each other, or?
Oh, I think I don't know. I've no idea. We can just still play along with it, or like.
This microcosm of this podcast, it's
a separate universe to the PWA universe.
Exactly.
Exactly. We were all in it, but then I kept forgetting. Every time we'd be like, oh, Scott Green, I'd be like, woo, and then Lachy'd be like, no, and I'd be like, oh, boo, no. No, we hate everyone else.
Well, we should go back to the first time you were on the podcast where we set all of this in motion, because I don't think this is what caused me a bit of grief, was we did that podcast and we said at the start, we're going to try to angle to have a match in the future. And so we thought, what's like a natural way we can do it where it does feel a bit real and it's not too like campy? We thought we'll just do the little argument at the end where I walk off. I got a lot of people who are asking, oh, was that real? Because it was just really uncomfortable and awkward and tense, to the point where I think I'd even gotten messages from some of your family members who were like, fuck you.
No, but half the reason I'm doing the podcast is to be like, hi, family and friends. He's okay. See, it's okay. Yeah. I had my brother message me and was like, who's this Gronk? Do we need to do something about this? And I was like, no, stop wrestling. I've been doing this for years now.
Yeah.
You should know. Even like my mum is like, he sucks. And like, even though my mum knows that it's fake, I'm like, Mum, it's fake. She goes, yeah, but he still sucks. But that's just like, I don't know. Some people outside of the world of wrestling can't really like grasp it in its entirety. Like, it's so hard to figure out.
More than wrestling, my mum gets mad at Lachy too, actually, quite a lot. She'll message me. She's like, I don't like when he says those things to you. I'm like, what did you hear? And I'll be like, it's fine. We're just bantering. She goes, he said, shut your whore mouth. I'm like, that's okay. That's troubling to defend. She was like, tell him I said that's enough.
I mean, our argument was just over. Well, the fake argument we had was I picked my top 5 PWA wrestlers and didn't include you. And then the idea was, okay, great. They've had this argument. They don't like each other. It'll be back and forth. And then the match will be soon.
Yeah.
And then someone went and got on Survivor Australia.
I did.
And so the problem, which we will get to, but the problem was, what looked like for our audience was I was a dick to you on the show that we invited you onto. And then we just never followed up about it ever.
As planned.
And then I just kept talking shit about you for like 6 months until you came back.
Yeah. That was because we planned it for August.
Yep.
And then I think we did the pod in April, and then I went to America, and then and that's when I applied for Survivor. And then come August time, I literally got back from America, a couple weeks home, and then left. We were going to do it at the Climb PWA show.
Which I actually ended up going to watch anyway.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That was Tucky winning the Soul.
Yeah, and there was a lot of like, why wasn't Scott Green there? And I just had to like lie to everyone.
Yeah.
I've had to lie to everyone so much recently in life. But it was weird that I wasn't there. So it was cool that people noticed. But yes, I was starving in a Samoan jungle.
Yeah, which we will get to the Survive stuff. There were a couple of things we asked you in the original podcast. And if you will go back and watch that, just look at us physically, the way we talk about wrestling, like everything that was going on. My God, a lot of things have changed since then.
It's been a crazy year,
It's
man.
been an
It's been
insane
nuts.
year.
You've had more than one wrestling match now.
I have. I've had 3 now. But I was going to ask you some of the questions we asked you then to see if your answers are different.
Oh, cool.
So what is the most painful spot you've taken? Because the answer you gave last time, it can be the same, was falling off one ladder onto another ladder. Has there been one that's topped that since then?
Yes. And you know what? It actually wasn't since then. It was that had happened before, like at the time. I just forgot about this one, probably because it was so horrendous. But this was at a show against a lad named Dan Archer.
Yes.
And I tried to basically throw him with my legs off the top rope. But he caught me, lifted me up into a powerbomb position, and then proceeded to powerbomb me off the top rope. It was horrendous. And myself and Jess had planned to fly to Bali the next day, and I nearly didn't make it. Like, it was my back. I was like, I can't sit in a plane. I can't do it. It was real tough one. And it was like halfway through the match. We still had lots to do since then. Wrestling's, and I will never do that ever again.
Can you explain to Edan and the listeners what Dan Archer looks like?
Dan Archer looks like what an early 2000s villain bully in like a kid's film, right? When he grows up and goes to the gym every second of every day, and he's got a really gross mohawk.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a giant mohawk.
Cool.
Also on the pod, you said that at the time, you and Tucky had been the most active wrestlers in Australia. I think you'd done like 74 matches. How's that been compared to for the past year?
That has since changed. There's no way. I don't think we're the most active anymore. I think we've definitely settled into getting older and like we just can't do what we were doing. But Tuck and I have spoken about this. It's like we don't really feel the need to go and wrestle every second day anymore. Like we kind of took those bumps early and made our name kind of all of Australia. And now we're kind of in a spot where we're protecting our bodies a little bit more because wrestling's really, really tough on the body and we're feeling it more and more now. But we're probably not the most active anymore, but quality over quantity. We wrestle in front of some of the best crowds in Australia consistently all over Australia. And yeah, we're not doing everything we can anymore.
Yep.
But that's by design. You know, we're just pulling up, giving our bodies a rest and just focusing more on the quality of our reps.
And I think the difference you're seeing with the audience responses now, like you guys obviously come out to Chelsea Dagger. Everyone's doing these ones.
Yeah.
And I think now everyone knows it. You're on Channel 9 News, they were talking about it. Tuck came out at a Ring of Honor show in a stadium, in an arena.
Kudos Bank Arena, yeah.
And everyone was doing it there. What's that been like? So I think the first time I went, holy shit, I think it was night 2 of the Metro. I was like, I got there late, so I was standing on the stairs. And I hadn't really caught on to that. You guys came out in the orange gear, you had the cowboy hat on. I remember this. It's the one you use in a lot of the promos.
Colosseum, yeah.
And I can see there's a moment where everyone's doing it, and you guys are kind of like, you stopped for like half a second. I can see both you going, oh, fuck, we've got something. Oh,
that's so cute. I will say, I have just a deep running hatred of organised dancing. We've talked about this on the pod before.
Flash mobs.
Fuck the Macarena. Yeah. Like, don't tell me what to do.
The nut bush?
Fuck the nut bush. Fuck the cha-cha slide. Yeah. Fuck whatever fucking... Like, when people are like, we should go line dancing. I'm like, I'll kill myself.
What about Hot to Go by Chappell Roan? Yeah. Yeah, think about it. Think about what you're about to say. Think about the audience that's watching.
I will do it because she screams at you.
She does. Me and Jess went and saw her, but she was really kind, so we must have been a good crowd.
Yeah, everyone must have been behaving well. She does get quite cross. Is it my favourite part of her shows? No, but I will say, I get around this.
You get around there?
I get around it. I do.
I do.
It's kind of shy when I do it, but I go like, all right.
It's funny that you bring up that one because that was the first. Me and Tuck always that was the first time that we went because we've been doing it for months prior, but that was the first time that we did it, and it just. I feel like it's another like character, like that dance is a character with the dropouts, and it's found itself to come into so many like pivotal moments for me and Tuck in matches, in wrestling, in life, or on Channel 9 News. It's gotten us so many crazy things. Like a WWE superstar by the name of Bailey did it on Monday Night Raw. Yeah, she saw us the night prior and she had done it. Like, but that one that you bring up there, that was the first time that it like hit, and that was kind of where. I'm getting a little bit chilly. Look at this, goosebumps thinking about it. That's cool.
That's nice.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
No, but yes,
I'll explain later.
That was the first time that it really took over, and then since then it has just been. We now have like a top 5 list of the best daggers.
Go on.
So, one I can't say.
Okay.
But that one, the Colosseum one, there was one we did in Perth, which Bailey had done.
Was that the EPW show?
Yes.
I was there.
You were there?
Yeah.
Yes, you were. Yeah. I got you in. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Sorry, EPW.
Never pays for a ticket.
Didn't buy a ticket for that one.
Yes, that one was crazy. That was like 1,000 people.
Yeah.
Then there's been like really just nice ones at like RSL bowling clubs when me and Tuck maybe have been not in the greatest of moods and kind of like, we have to do this crew and then we have to drive to the next town and all this. And then we kind of get in our heads a bit about it all. And then the entrance music hits and we come out and there's just like maybe like 200 people doing this. And we're like, we don't deserve to feel bad about ourselves when we can come out and hit the curtain and all these people are waiting to do this thing that we've like kind of created.
Yeah.
Can I ask about the conception of it? Like who had the idea to do it in the first place?
So that was me.
Cool.
I was at a Suncorp game up in Brisbane. This is when me and Tuck were like, we're going to tag. And, we hadn't even really done anything yet. But I was at a Suncorp game and every time the Brisbane Broncos score, they play Chelsea Dagger and they do this.
It looks so weird now watching the Brisbane games and seeing them doing like that. I'm like, that's not how you do it.
And then like
There's
since then we've like it was on the darts, it's at soccer, it's at motocross, at like it's
Cool.
I don't know where it started initially, but I stole it from the Brisbane Broncos. But I said it on Channel 9 News, so I'll say it here. The Broncos started the dagger, but the Dropouts made the dagger. Like. We've taken that all over the country, and if you go look at that Perth show, it's absolutely unreal.
Yeah,
and
they
I
get around
challenge Suncorp to do it better. Like
They couldn't. They could never.
It looks so weird when they're doing it like this.
yeah,
It looks so
But
weird.
here's the thing: I thought they were doing this.
That's so much better though. That somehow makes more sense.
Yeah,
But-
foam fingers merch, baby. That's
Yeah.
why we do it.
Now we should get to the first interaction we had in a ring, which came all the way in November, I think. No, but it would have been right after your match with Robbie Eagles.
Early December.
Yeah. So I got told, yep, this is going ahead. This is happening. We're going to set it up some way. And originally it was just me coming down to the ring, kicking the dick. That was it.
Yep.
And then someone said, do you want to do commentary as well?
Yeah.
And I was like, hell yeah. Which I was in a flow state on commentary.
Guys, there's going to be a little bit of noises. I realized we didn't actually even talk about where we were for the audio only people.
Oh, yeah. We're at the PWA training facility.
Sounds a little different.
Yeah. If as always, if you're not watching on the YouTube, you're missing out. There's always something
Then you're a
on screen.
freak and a phony.
Yeah, there's a wrestling ring and stuff here.
But yeah, you had just come off like a pretty brutal match physically.
Yes.
And I remember in my mind, I was like, I should run this through with Scott one more time. We should run this through. And all I had to do was walk out and kick you in the dick. And that was my first time of going like, oh, there's people who have like heaps on their plate on the night. You had to remember that whole match, and then I have to come out, do all that. Like, what do you remember of that?
I remember talking through it with you and realizing, this bloke gets it. I don't have to worry about it. Like, there's so many times that we have people from outside of wrestling come into wrestling and you really, really have to baby them, which is fine because if I came to their place of work, they'd really, really have to baby me. But I feel like you live in this like weird sphere of like comedy, influencer, skit, like entertainment, where you can kind of understand what we're trying to get to with anything that happens. You wanted to be very sure of what was going on.
Yes.
Because I think you have like a very like high level of respect for what we do. So you just really didn't want to fuck up.
Yep.
And I respect that, but I wasn't worried about you. I was like, that's the least of my worries. I had a match with Robbie Eagles that night. Yep. That was my worry.
I think we talked through, I was asking about 20 questions on how to properly kick you in the dick. And I was like, if I hit you, I'm sorry. Like, what happens if I do hit you? And you were like, if you hit me, you hit me.
It's the last thing I had to do, so I'd just be sore for laying down. That's fine. Yeah. Like, no one taught me how to kick someone in the dick. That's just something you do.
Yeah. Well,
Put it in the curriculum.
Yeah. Add it
We need to start teaching the kids how to safely kick other people in the dick.
Beep test, kick in the dick. That's the two.
We really should, because that's just something that like, oh, then we'll do a low blow. It's like, how? It's like, you just do it.
Do you want to reveal how you protect yourself when I'm kicking you in the dick?
Sure.
You can keep it a secret if you'd like.
I mean, look, we're here now, aren't we? So there's a way to protect yourself when getting, I'm sure you'll have a video that corresponds with this.
When
someone like puts their leg up in between your legs to kick you in the penis, you essentially like just squeeze your legs together a little bit and catch their leg just before they hit. If you're in there with someone who's really experienced, you probably won't even have to do that. They've done plenty of them. They know exactly where to stop and fade away from. And I wear really baggy pants, so a low blow on me is quite easy. You just like kind of lift the pants. You can miss it by a mile. You know, you have to get right up in there to even get close.
Did I get you on that one?
No.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember, so you must not have.
Okay, good. And then we got to our first match was the dumpster match.
Yes.
And was there ever on your side? Because I know they were like, maybe we'll do a dumpster match, maybe we won't. What was that process? Because I know a lot of the ideas, well, pretty much 90% of the ideas for that were coming from your side. So I'm interested to see if there was ever any other options.
I'm just looking at our producer over here. Do you remember? I can't remember. Me, I was the producer. In my head, it was a dumpster match, always going to be a dumpster match. There was no other way of doing it. Like, because we've never done anything like that. And it was like, just a moment of like, take the hill. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, taking the hill. Like, I have this idea and I'm going to see it through. And there was really like, PWA is such a collaborative process. You have so many people coming in. At no point did anyone go, oh, like, dumpster match is lame, we shouldn't do that. Mm. Like, it was always like, no, that's mad. Like,
we'd also I think we spoke about it early on when we did the original podcast of like, let's just call each other trash.
Yes.
To plant the seeds of your trash, your trash, your trash. Okay, we'll take out the trash. Dumpster match.
And you know what? In hindsight, the reason I would have done that is because you weren't the most experienced wrestler. And when you have a not very experienced wrestler, the best way to protect them and make them look as best as they can is add a stipulation to the match. So it's not so much a wrestling match as it's like a skit.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, and the dumpster was our skit.
For sure.
What did you think? Were you there for that match?
Of course.
What did you think of it?
I loved it. I mean, the whole time I was just like, how full is the dumpster? What is in the dumpster? Like, it was one of those like...
Eden missed the entire match. She was
like,
just looking at the dumpster.
If there's something on stage that I know is going to be used at some point, like, I was like, what's in there? Who's going? Like, it's like that, like, in theater, they say it's like Chekhov's gun. Like, if there's a gun on stage, it's going to be used. It's like if there's a dumpster there, I was like, who's in there? Who's getting in there? Like,
well, that's kind of like the point, right? And as far as like what was in there, so it was actually the dumpster that's just out here.
It's a real dumpster.
We can take a photo of it. We'll take a photo next to it. And essentially, we emptied it and half cleaned it a little bit. It was in the morning, and then like loaded it on the truck and took it to the venue. And then we got there, and then we realized that I probably have to slam Lachy into this dumpster at some point. And slamming straight into a dumpster is going to hurt so bad. So then I actually went down to the venue's trash, like their recycling bin, and then picked out a bunch of cardboard and stuff, and then put trash back in that we cleaned out.
See, it's all love behind the scenes.
And even before the match, like before the show, we were trying to figure out, we still hadn't decided how I was being thrown into it yet. So there was the idea. You were going to do the attitude adjustment, which is John Cena's finishing move, where you've got me up on your shoulders and then you just flip me over into it.
Yes.
That was the original pitch.
And then we realized that you would probably definitely smack your head real bad.
And probably my
all
legs.
your legs, yeah. So we actually at some point had every like really experienced wrestler just like dad's dancing around the bin. Just like, how do we put this fucking guy in this bin?
Dad's dancing around the bin is great.
It was great because then they figured out like, oh, maybe you could power bomb him. And I think we practiced it one time.
Yep.
And it was great because I hit the cardboard at the bottom and then I looked up and it was just like all my favorite PWA wrestlers looking down at me. And they're like, you good? I'm like,
while you're in a bin.
Lucky's like, I've had dreams like this.
But I think we should also reveal, we'll get to actually, that night, so before the show, people might have noticed in that match there's only 2 ropes on the ring. So there was can we say who it was? Because I saw it happen. There was a wrestler who hit the ropes, as in they were like running, went to lean on the ropes, and then the bottom rope
You can say
snapped.
you can say who it was.
He's a big boy, EC Brownie.
Yeah, man. I saw him like he's a little bit tapped in the head, EC Brownie. I think I saw him chewing on the bottom rope before the show.
It's like
he was just like
a little beaver. So it was already
just
thin.
gnawing on it a little bit.
Yeah.
And then no, he was chewing on. It was like the top rope he was chewing on.
Yeah.
And then he was like, I'm going to run these ropes now. And if you've seen EC Brownie, he is huge.
Massive.
And when he ran these ropes, it just snapped. Yep. Just actually snapped in half.
This is maybe, Jax, was this like an hour before the show? An
hour 40 before the show.
And mind you,
40 minutes
before doors. And we were in Marrickville. In order to go get a new rope, they would have had to drive back to this training facility.
Yep.
Which is, can I say, it's in Lamia?
Yeah.
Which is, how long's that drive?
Like an hour and a bit. And it was
Especially
raining.
at
It was
that
raining
time.
real heavy.
Pissing down with rain.
Good.
Someone came back and got the rope. And so we were originally slated to go on third.
Third on the card. Yes, we
third.
were.
And then I think 10 minutes before the show started, they were like, who doesn't need to touch the ropes for their match? And we were like, we don't touch the ropes. And they were like, you're going out first.
Yeah. That's in wrestling, we call that a welcome to the business, where it all goes wrong and suddenly it's all changed. And this is what wrestling's actually like. That was your welcome to the business.
It actually, it suited me more because I was like, I hate the waiting. So as soon as they were like, you're out in 10 minutes, I was like, great. So I remember it was just you and I fucking getting a pump, warming up, putting, if you guys don't know, hot stuff all over ourselves and rubbing that in. Hot stuff, when you see these wrestlers come out looking buff and tanned, is this, how would you describe it?
It is putting like Carolina Reaper sauce on your skin.
For what?
So you look good. It's not healthy. It's not. It's something that has blown up a little bit in the Australian wrestling scene recently. And when wrestlers come out looking vascular and red,
Right.
it's a cardiovascular dilator. It brings all your blood to your skin, makes you look more pumped and bigger.
Okay.
Bodybuilders use it before shows and stuff.
I see.
So naturally we use it.
Yes, us bodybuilders.
I actually did have a question for Lockie. Well, I guess for the two of you that were there, because I have been around Lockie before we did a podcast live show,
Oh, yes.
or before Lockie has done stand-up comedy. And the pre-show ritual or pre-show sort of exorcism that happens, was he displaying any signs of nervousness or bowel imbalance? Or I feel like the trips to the bathroom are nuts.
So
Or was he playing cool in front of his
I'll back him up
new
here because I
friends?
know what you're leading towards. I must pee a dozen times before I go out. Sometimes you get to the bowl and you aim and it just goes... And there's like, you don't need to pee. It's just like
You
a
just
nervous
feel like
pee.
you do?
I'm like that. I know plenty of people like that. And he was shit in the bed.
I was absolutely shitting myself. But the thing was, there's only like one toilet at
Yes.
that place. And so I was like, I got to the point where I was like, I can't take nervous shits. I didn't have time to do them either, which was fine. And I remember I put my gear on. So my gear, I put, because you told me to wear like cozies underneath so I can tie them up tight. And you said, wear skins. Because my pants that I wear when I wrestle are from Shein. And I was like, these are going to rip at some stage. My ass is going to be out. And you said, just wear skins underneath. So I was like, I've got my cozies on tight. I've got the skins on. I've already done my boots. I think going to the toilet is going to be too much of an effort anyway.
You were just all sealed up and ready to go.
Dude, there was nothing. And then I still got dacked when Matt Hayter was giving me a body slam anyway. My ass came
I
out.
don't know. I got dacked recently, and it is
Alex
not.
was telling me. Alex was at that show and she goes, "Did you see Jackson's ass?" And I was like, "What?"
In the biggest match of my career, for that sword that's sitting behind us all, lovely. The biggest prize in Australian professional wrestling, and towards the back end, my ass was just out. So it happens to the best of us. I should have wore skins.
I should also mention, I just called you Jackson. Jackson is actually your real name.
Yeah,
with
Bosh.
If you've been watching Survivor, which I can't get around. I just know you as Scott Green. Not even as Scott. It's Scott Green to me.
I've never been Jackson in my life. I've always been like some iteration of my last name, and then came into wrestling, and I was Smokey for a bit, and then I was Scotty, Greeny.
Patty Green.
Yes, all these names. I've never actually been Jackson, but more and more now, even my friends in my circle are kind of leaning more towards Jackson
Whoa.
now. Yeah.
Well, I was going to ask, and I don't know if this is, I don't know if we're going into this, but another thing of like this, like, world breaking, and then we're behind the scenes now, is can we talk about how like you and Jess, because last time on our
we couldn't talk about it last time?
No.
like you guys were still like launch.
Still secrets.
It was in the launching
Wow.
process.
Sorry, she's right here.
She's behind the
Jess
camera.
is here.
Yes, absolutely. Let's talk. I love talking about Jess.
Yeah. Like, what was that? How controlled did it have to be in the process of making it public?
So, I think it was just like, at first, it was just like a secret from everyone, because you just don't shit what you eat.
Yeah.
And wrestling is, we're all like very, very tight, and it can be just a little bit like when you're first getting into a relationship, you don't want all these other people like involved. So it was just like keeping it a secret. And I think by that April, I guess we were just still in that vibe of like, we don't need to tell everyone. Like, it's whatever.
Yeah.
And then I think Survivor was, when did we hard launch? Yeah. So this is going to be dead air. Right before Survivor. I think Survivor happened, and I just wanted to let everyone know.
For context, Jess Troy is another PWA wrestler.
Yes,
for the people who don't know who are listening.
Jessica Troy, probably one of the greatest.
The PWA wrestler.
The PWA wrestler, just like the GOAT for the last, decade. She has ran amok, and she's broken down barriers that only she could. And yeah, we're dating, we're kissing.
You guys, you've done the tag with Tucky before. Have you guys just tagged together yet?
Yes, we have tagged together in a town called Sawtell, one of the hottest crowds in wrestling.
Sawtell gets all the good shows.
Oh my goodness.
They get all the best booking.
We wrestled North Shore Wrestling, and it was very, very fun.
North Shore Wrestling's Sam and Tim.
Oh, stop it.
that was Charlie Evans and Tim.
That was
yes.
that was both Will Keatus.
Both Will Keatus.
Both Will Keatus.
When I showed her a photo of the Osborne, she goes,
Two
Will
people
Keatus.
and me going, Will Keatus. I was always wondering how, like, because, there's storylines that are going on within the PWA universe. And then I was like, do you have to, like, go to anyone with that and be like, if it's public, is it going to affect any storylines, et cetera, et cetera?
So me and Jess were already, like, moving towards doing stuff together, as it were. And then we actually started dating in that process. So it didn't change much anyway. And it still doesn't change much now. I mean, a lot more bad guys in wrestling will say, "Oh, your girlfriend's better than you," which is like fair play to you.
I think I did.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure pretty sure I used that cheap line.
And this is like what I was saying right at the start, where it's like we're in this new era now where like social media is a thing, and like the behind the scenes of the business is very, very different. And it's like, if me and Jess are dating, 100% lay it on. Like we're working here, we're trying to create stories, and if that story, obviously don't say outlandish shit all the time, or like don't use it to like some ill advantage.
Yeah.
But if it's like if you think it's going to add to the story that we're trying to convey to our audience to bring people in, if you think people are going to be interested by it, and it's going to be like, 100%.
Can I ask you, is there another power couple, whether they're a wrestling power couple or a celebrity power couple, that you'd love to have a tag team match against with Jess Troy?
That's a great question.
That's a great question.
Brangelina.
I was was going to say Brangelina
2018,
too.
Nikki Bella and John Cena. Like you've got your pick, Bonnie and Clyde.
Nicole Kidman, Keith Urban.
Oh,
Rest in peace.
Can you think of anything, Jess? I love John Cena, and you love Nikki. No, you love Brie Bella.
so Daniel
Nikki
Bryan and Brie.
Maybe Daniel Bryan and Brie. Or like, I think we could. I think we could fuck up like Timothy Chalamet and
Kylie Jenner.
Kylie Jenner.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You guys
Easy.
could dress as like ballet dancers or
Yeah.
like people from the opera.
Yes.
Yeah.
He hates
Get him
those.
good.
Yeah.
He does
He
not
hates
like-
those.
Hates those.
Notoriously.
Notoriously.
Cost him an Oscar win.
Yikes. I
Dress
will-
as the big worm from June. He hates that. It tries to eat everyone. I'll go fuck myself.
We're talking wrestling. We should finish off the chat about our first match because
Yes.
running through it, we run through that so many times. I'd come down here to train it because I was like, I need to run through it for my own brain. Whereas I know a lot of wrestlers can just get there on the day and go, this is what we're doing, see you out there.
Yeah.
But I think we had. Was there any ideas that we? Oh, do we want to divulge any ideas that we didn't use?
Yeah, 100%. What do we have?
I think I had one where I wanted to pull out an influencer ring light.
Yes.
And we're going to set up in the corner and have you throw me through it, so the cheap plastic would shatter everywhere.
Yeah.
We had that. We did dabble with the banana peel.
Yes, the banana peel spot where
Yeah.
we slip on the banana peel.
Yeah. Do you want to explain to people the entire spot?
No,
'Cause
the wet floor sign spot.
the wet floor sign spot.
So
yes.
the wet floor sign spot is I would hit Lockie with the wet floor sign and then put the wet floor sign down. And then I would try to walk back to Lockie and then slip over. And then Lockie would get up and go, what's going on here? I'm going to get this guy who's just fallen down. Then he walks over and he slips on the wet floor. And then the referee says, what is going on here? I'm going to get rid of this wet floor sign. The referee walks in and slips again on the wet floor and everybody in the match is down. We probably should have done that.
Perfect wrestling.
Pretty great.
It's perfect wrestling. I think we also had the idea to have the trash can in there, but we thought we've already got the dumpster.
Big dumpster, yeah.
Then we went with the wet floor sign, which we were hitting each other with.
Yep.
And I remember when we were practicing, you were saying, at the same time as you hit me, make sure you kind of jump and stomp.
Can do.
Watching the video back, I did not do that. I just swung for the fences on the first one.
That's what I told you to do.
Dude, your back was. We'll put
You
it up
got
on the
me.
screen. Your back was cut up the next day. That was my
Crazy.
bad.
No, but that's no, because it's only a little bit of pain.
Yeah.
And it's like it's only a little bit of like marking up the next day, and I'd rather it look great, which it did. It looked fantastic. Than you kind of like, I don't want to hurt him.
Yeah.
Wrestling's gonna hurt, and to get like the best reactions, that's what you got to do.
Well, I think the first time you hit me with it, a bit of it broke off.
It did.
And then I think another bit actually flew into the crowd. There was someone who said that it hit them. And I remember there was going to be a flurry, and I went to like sell to put my hand on my back to be like, ow, my back hurts, forgetting that you were coming down with it again. So the second one just got my hand while it was stuck behind me. And you can see me move my hand very quickly out of the way going, ah. And then what do we have after that? I think I rolled out of the ring. This was the part where I spit in your face with a bottle of water.
Yes.
And I remember that was the only time I was panicking during that match because I was there looking under the ring. I couldn't find this water for the life of me. And I could hear I think it was Marley's grandmother was there.
Yeah, she
and
was.
She was heckling me the whole time I was there. And I like finally found it quickly, put it in my mouth. You took me up and then I just spat water in your face.
Yes.
Great bit.
Great bit. And
Great bit.
if you didn't find the water bottle, it wasn't going to be any water. It was just going to be straight up your spit in my face.
It was just going to be what Matt Hayter had to deal with, which was just me actually spitting in his face.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. And then we had back in the ring. Oh, this was my pièce de résistance.
Yes.
This is the bond we had to run through where you come back in the ring and then I do
It is called a head scissors.
a head scissors where I basically jump up, wrap my legs around your head, spin around and almost like throw you across the room with the power of my quads.
And it was perfect.
Hell yeah.
And it got the reaction we wanted from the crowd, which was, oh shit, someone's been training a little.
It's Happy learned how to putt.
Yeah.
Well, I think we should get into Survivor.
You want to get into Survivor?
I want to get into Survivor.
All right, we'll wrap the. How much time? Oh, we got 20 minutes.
Oh.
We'll get 20. We'll get to Survivor. We've got to get through the wrestling stuff first.
Okay.
I'm so sorry to
pro wrestling.
I'm sorry to pull rank.
No, all good.
I'm having too much fun.
We can also. It's fine. We got time.
Yeah.
Don't stress.
The ending, which was you throwing me into the bin, and then eventually I did get out. A lot of people have asked what was on me when I came out of the bin.
we shouldn't have done this. We didn't have to do
this because also you were in the bin and you didn't have anything on you when you came out.
Yeah.
But it was, for those wondering, it was packets of the squeezable yogurt, and there was something else. There was like a sauce in there. But
Nando sauce.
The Nando sauce, but you couldn't even see the Nando sauce on me. So I was just in there trying to stay as small as possible, basically squirting yogurt on my chest and into my hair and onto my face.
That would be good for you.
There was also this really nice moment where what happens in the match is while Lockie's in the bin doing all this, I get kicked essentially into the bin. And so my head's in the bin and I look into the bin and Lockie's there like squirting stuff and we make eye contact and we both go,
That is cute.
Yeah, that was, I appreciate you, dude, you kept me safe. It was super fun. Like the moment I'm closing the bin on you and you stick your hand up and the whole crowd's losing their mind.
The Undertaker spot.
It was great.
So good.
And then that's my only regret about the yogurt was I was trying to aura farm at the end by getting up on the bin to celebrate.
We should have thought about this. We didn't have to do the yogurt, but it's fucking funny.
And it's like the coolest photo of my life, but I'm also covered in yogurt from in my hair and my face and on my chest.
I think that makes it cooler.
You reckon it makes it cooler?
I think it makes it sick.
Let the audience decide.
Let the audience decide.
Guys, yogurt or no yogurt for your favourite photo of Lockie McIntyre?
Let's talk about the promos and then our last match, and then we'll get into Survivor.
Okay.
So the promos in between, I was
you fucking roasted me. I had nothing, bro. I don't have a videographer.
I was very excited for those, so I was like, I still want it to be like a Lockie McIntyre video, but it's got to go into that wrestling area. And that was really fun for me, and I was really nervous if I had said anything that was like crossing a line of like, that's not what we do. But then when I went out there and the reaction was good, I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah. It's I actually said like when you came out for that match, I took a deep breath because I was like, we don't have to do fucking anything. We could cut this whole. When you hear a reaction, they were molten. They could fight you if they you know what I mean? Like the room was shaking with boos, and I was like, my job's done. I don't need to do anything now. Like it was awesome.
I was surprised by how much people hated.
So
me
was
when
I.
came out. I was
genuinely. I was like, whoa.
I think I've done enough for them to hate me, dude. When I came for our last match at Colosseum. I felt like vitriol. That was hostile. There was someone who had a sign that said Lockie McIntyre eats corn the long way. Yeah. I missed it because someone in front of them was holding out their hand and I had fantasized about the moment of doing the heel thing, going a high five,
pulling away.
Fuck you. And then when I was on the other side of the ring and you were coming out, you were standing next to the sign, I went, fuck, how did I miss that?
So good,
because I was like, that would have been my opportunity to rip it up and do the heelish thing. But I mean, it's very cool. I've now had two people bring posters to mock me. There was one that was Lockie McIntyre's a bitch, and Lockie McIntyre eats corn a long way.
And
I didn't know either of them.
That's the shit, man. If people are like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go buy an A5 piece of paper, and I'm gonna write this. I'm gonna draw a piece of corn.
Yep.
I'm gonna write this, and he's gonna look at it and get so mad. If you can get that heat, if you can get people thinking about the heat before the show, you've done something right or wrong.
It was a lot of fun. And then our last match, I was away for ages, so we really didn't have much time to. The other one, I'd come down here for a couple of sessions, we'd run through it, and then our Colosseum match, I think we pretty much ran through it on the day.
Yeah,
which is a shorter one, but I was still like, holy shit, how are we going to go with this?
I knew you'd be fine.
What were your thoughts with that match? Because it was a quicker one.
So my thoughts were, let's pay it off. We've set him up. Like, it's like you guys both do comedy. You set it up and you hit the punchline, and that match was the punchline. And it was let's thwart him at every angle. And I knew that you'd be great in it because it was all just one big moment. It was all just one big skit.
Yeah.
And I think it played very, very well. And I think you got your desserts,
Yes.
as we say.
For those who don't know, I have made a habit of kicking you in the dick pretty much every time we've crossed paths.
Yes.
And then this time I got one more in, and then you'll see in the video, it's on my Instagram. I grab my leg, I'm in pain. And in that moment, Scott reaches into his pants, quite deep into his pants, mind you, and then pulls out a cup to one of the best cheers I've ever heard.
It was and that is the punchline. That is the payoff. I outsmarted you. You tried to do your thing. There you go. And that's that's the thing about wrestling. We didn't know we were building to that. We just thought low blow, 100%. But then as these things happen, you're like, he stings the low blow. Okay, I'm gonna wear a cup.
Was there any time when we wrestled where I got you and you went, that was a bit rough? I don't feel sports entertained.
The fucking wet floor sign. The first one on my back. Because I was actually going to take more of them, but the first one on my back, I went, oh!
I didn't jump. I just swung. And I watch it back now and I went, it looks really good. That's not the safest way to do it. My bad. I'm sorry.
Fucking start. But also, when you got, I think I've said this before, when you've got a few hundred people in there screaming and yelling, your pain meter's at 50%. You know, if you did that to me in real life, I wouldn't have got back up. But when you got all that adrenaline and hot stuff on you and that, you know what I mean? When you're jacked up and ready to go, it kind of like you do it and you go, oh, yeah.
That was like the match with Matt when he chops me, which is just where someone like slaps you right in the chest. Didn't feel at the time. That hand mark was on me for about a week.
I still got a bruise from Robbie Thorpe from Colosseum. And when was Colosseum? 2 weeks ago? Yeah, that dude's got big... when we wrestled, that night. I've still got a bruise from it.
Jeez. Well, you were at that night as well. Did you have any thoughts?
I mean, it was great. I was pretty impressed by like even seeing like you in a few matches like from the start until now is like crazy. You're so comfortable.
He's in great shape now too. Have you seen this?
Have I seen it?
No, but no. Because I've been like getting in shape, like wrestling all this, and this dude rocks up for like 3 matches, and we take our shirts off backstage, and I looked at him and went, "Fuck! God fucking damn it! What the hell?"
Just quietly, the best payoff I ever had was coming backstage just before we went out for our match. Took my shirt off, and everyone's in the locker room. I turned around, and everyone went, what the fuck? And I was like, that's all I needed. That's what all this was for.
That's what we all strive for. That's why we all starve ourselves and go to the gym 5 days a week, you know?
Having other wrestlers go, nice. I was like, yes, thank you, Slex.
Yeah. Everyone in the crowd that night was like, did you know Lachy is ripped? And I was like, yes. Every week he comes over to do the pod. He will literally, I'll turn around, he's shirtless flexing. He's like, look. Look.
Mum, look at me.
And I'm like, that's nice, Lachy. Let's talk on the podcast. I was like, I haven't heard the fucking end of it.
That's too good.
It was good.
Shall we talk Survivor?
Let's talk Survivor.
100%.
I actually brought some Survivor things.
Oh, we'd love to see this.
What?
If you're not watching on YouTube, you're missing out.
Exactly. This is a visual podcast. We've always said that.
I've got... Oh, yes, I can show this. I've got my 2 buffs, Bounty and Baron.
Wow.
Yeah, they've been washed.
Wow.
They have been washed.
This is incredible.
And this is... I'm also pulling out the bag that the bag that I wore every day. And this is what we kept all our belongings in.
So, can I ask, when you're on the show, how, like... When they say bring clothes, you want to have a look at this? Mm-hmm. How many they go? 2 shirts, 2 shorts. What's the clothing situation?
So you get like 8 pieces of clothing to start, maybe less, 5, like 5 pieces of clothing that you have to like pre-approve with them. That's my water. That's my water bottle.
What is in it?
It's my water bottle.
What is this?
Oh, that's just some rocks from Samoa.
Oh, good.
Just got some
You
rocks.
just had crumbs in there.
No, it's just rocks.
Your biosecurity didn't stop you with the
I was
whole
at a beach in
ground of
Samoa
Samoa.
and border security didn't even stop. Anyway, 5 pieces of clothing to start, and then like a week in, you get another like 3 pieces of clothing. So, but the thing was, as people get eliminated and blindsided, they don't know they're going home, so they just leave their shit at camp.
Yeah.
So then you just like
Take it.
take it.
What was your favorite piece of clothing you stole?
My favorite piece of clothing
So
that
far.
I've taken was Harry's tracksuit pants because it's fucking freezing at night time out there, like so ridiculously cold, like so cold you can't sleep. So until I got those second pair of trackies, I couldn't really sleep.
Fuck. And I think this will be coming out. We're recording this like a week in advance.
Yes.
But by this time, you would have wrestled against Dirty Harry.
Yes, I'm wrestling tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, yes.
Me and Alex are coming.
Oh, really?
I was saying to her, I take her to all the nice places. The only holidays we've been to is Bathurst and Gosford so far.
Oh, yeah?
And now we're going to Hornsby RSL.
Oh, wow. Lucky girl.
All the nice places.
Lucky girl.
Jet setting her around the world.
Yes, me and so Dirty Harry and we got along very, very well. But obviously, in the situation we found ourselves out there could only be one. And
Huge.
And it had to be me. I was not going home.
It was such a sick
Even though I
move.
kind of wanted to go home.
Did you have those feelings at times?
100% every day. And I think most people did. And that's why if you go and watch like all the exit interviews, there's no one really like crying that they left. Like it's rough out there. And the fact that it's bittersweet because you go home, but you're going home for a shower and a nice hot meal, you know what I mean?
Nice.
I'm sure it would dawn on them later, but when you're out there, man, it is fucking tough.
Is there stuff that people see on TV that you're like, no, that's actually way worse when you're there in person? Like the sleeping situation.
Sleeping situation's big. You especially in those early days, you don't really sleep. It's freezing. Wow. You literally have to like cuddle to people for warmth. And starting a fire, like people just like suddenly there's fire. Sometimes it'll take an hour and a half to get some fire, to get a little bit of flame. If it's windy, you're fucked. If it's raining, forget about it. You're not getting any fire. Going to collect dry fire, going to collect wood 5 days in advance so you know you can eat in 5 days, so you can put it under the shelter to keep it dry.
Because you guys don't have like flint and steel or anything.
We get flint.
Oh, you get flint?
Yeah, you get flint.
Well, then stop complaining.
No, but like it's,
in my brain, I was like, "Are you out here like this?"
No,
Okay,
but
well,
if it rains, you're
No,
fucked.
it's
You know what I
useless.
mean? Your fire pit's all wet. It's hard.
yeah,
Everything's
if the
soggy.
wood's wet, you're gone.
Exactly right. And so all that sort of stuff. Eating. Some days you just wouldn't eat because you didn't get fire that morning. You know what I mean? Sometimes you wake up dry, beautiful day, can't get fire, and you don't eat. It's a shame. And there's a lot of stuff that probably I can't divulge, but there's a lot of behind the scenes production, TV nonsense that's quite difficult to adjust to as well.
That was one of the questions I had for you. I mean, I think reality TV is like so incredibly produced in so many ways. I'm always like, I'm kind of a connoisseur for like watching how they do it. And the clips that I was watching, a lot of the confessional sort of aspects of it. Does it ever blur the lines? I think if people are good at, if they're good producers and they're talking to you, were there any moments where you sort of forgot it was everything is going to be shown? Or do you reckon because of things like wrestling promo, it geared you up for like it being a public display?
Both. So there was some stuff that when I came back, I would say, oh, Jess, when this comes out, I'm done. Like, everyone will hate me but I knew it out there that it was going to be shown. And I knew that what I was doing was just trying to grasp attention, be entertaining and get some TV time.
Yeah.
But in the same light, when you're out there, that is your life. I've spoken to Jess and all my mates about this too. And it was like, I missed home so badly that I actually had to block it out. Like, like where we're up to now, what are we, day 23 or something? Probably around this time, I stopped thinking about home completely just because I couldn't do it. Oh. Just because it was just like so fucking hard to think about all of it. Try to do this ridiculously hard game, what they call the world's hardest game, and still like think about home. It was impossible. I had to just like adapt to the game completely and just give into it and just be a full-time fucking Survivor player. And that's what I did out there.
And when it came to the challenges, one, how much time do you actually get to prep before those challenges? Because, I mean, a lot of people watch it and they go, oh, I can figure out this strategy. You figure that strategy out when they're halfway through doing it. So how much time do you have to talk about that beforehand? And also those challenges themselves, how hard are they? Because I'm sure there's people at home going, that's an obstacle course, I could do that easy.
We get maybe, what is it? A minute. We get a minute of strategizing.
Wow.
A minute of strategizing in your group, and sometimes barely that. Because they just pretty much throw you in. And as far as like the obstacle courses go, yeah, not everyone could do them. There's actually like physical examinations you have to pass to go onto the show pre going on. And man, some of the stuff's very heavy. There's the distances you have to swim are very long. The things you have to throw, like a lot of it is a lot harder, but in the light of TV and people sitting on their couch going, oh, I could do that. I think it appears very easy. And also the way that it's edited sometimes makes challenges look way shorter than they actually were. Sometimes some of those challenges went for like some of the puzzles and stuff went for like 45 minutes, but then they cut it down to like a tight 2 minutes where they look like they nailed it straight away.
And also it's great TV to see people getting frustrated and it's like, oh, like this person's really like going insane. And it's like, no, if it's been 45 minutes, that's how upset or like how angry or frustrated this person is getting.
Yes.
And Tribal Council, that I just have a question about the set.
Yeah.
Is that like already a resort there, or are they building that there? Because how are you walking from your campsite to Tribal? Can you tell us this, or is this secret?
We walk to Tribal.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we walk all the way there. Just around
Get
the Samoan
the
jungle, just walking
now.
through it.
Of course.
And it's funnily enough, I think it's like, you know, you get lost in these jungles, you don't know where you're going. You just kind of follow the leader and you arrive there.
Of course.
But when you walk into Tribal, it was like at the top of like a mountain chute. Like it was the highest point. So it was freezing cold.
Yeah.
But also very like scenic and beautiful. But in itself, it was a set. Yeah. So like to the left of David was this little like house and just like, if you think about like a trench in like the wall where they had the little holes poking out, just like 20 cameras. And like a photographer running around and people like sitting behind you with like saying like, you got to sit up straighter, look at the fire, do this, do that.
Oh, wow.
So it's a full set, it's full production. And yeah, a place I hope I never go back to.
Cool.
Absolutely. Did you have any other questions about Survivor?
I just had one little, it's not really a question. I just want to say, I think it was really convenient how, like, I feel like all of the Scott Green clothing wise, it didn't have to, like, you look kind of the same. Like, you're dressed the same on Survivor. It was not a culture shock seeing you on Survivor. I was like, yeah, this looks like a Scott Green costume.
That's fun. When I picked the clothing out, the producer was like, not really wrestler, but yeah, whatever.
And you're like, yeah, actually,
what do you want to be able to wear my wrestling gear? And then I got out there and someone brought their Muay Thai pants. But speaking of the clothing,
Yes.
Yes.
I brought some.
What do you mean?
I brought some of the clothes that I wore
On Survivor?
on the show.
We're getting
Get 'em out.
game-worn clothes.
Survivor haul.
I haven't washed
What's in my bag?
them.
Survivor edition.
He hasn't washed
Eden,
them either.
they remain unwashed.
Oh, we're getting a sniff.
So if you wanted
Smell test, everyone.
We'll give you
so
these.
yeah,
We'll give you these back first.
This has been I.
We should
God.
blind
I
smell
have
test
not. I'm
them.
going to hold it all the way out here because I haven't really like.
Survivor sniff test.
This is so. If you want to know how real the Survivor, this
go.
is how real
Let's
it
go.
is. So I'm going to open this.
Should we close our eyes for this? I feel like we.
Yeah, I feel like we should close our
Hang on,
eyes.
I'll put my mic down and I'll just hold it up to your nose. You ready? I'll go Lockie first
yeah.
and then Eden.
Okay.
Tell me when to breathe.
Why are you holding your breath?
I want you to big whip there.
My turn? Oh. I don't really have a sense of smell. So I actually don't know why I waited till then to say that.
That is-
can barely smell anything.
The only thing I can compare that to is like being in year 10 going to cadet camp and wearing the same thing.
I actually think it's calmed down. I don't think it smells as bad as it
I think that smells awful.
did. But that was one thing that we were constantly reminded of. We fucking stink.
Well, I remember you saying you had like almost a sixth sense because you all smelled so bad. You could smell a producer with perfume
Yeah.
coming from ages away.
Yeah. And
That's
you could
awesome.
You could smell their catering that was getting like we'd go, why do we smell barbecue right now? And the producers would look at us weird, like, nah, they're fucking with us. But we could smell their catering that was happening a K&a-half away.
You
like-
guys were
That's-
getting like a Lord of the Flies level of like,
Yeah.
I can sniff them.
Yeah,
I
no,
can smell them.
actual, and like you'd be like, someone would walk in with like fresh smelling clothes, and you go, can I please sniff that? And you're if you got no, but like, and then I understood back in the day why there was like spice wars and perfume wars, because like everyone would have stunk back then, and then I would go to war for that smell in that like getting a nice smell of just something that wasn't just putrid sweat and like bug spray. Oh,
yeah, that was rough. That was some rough
Probably
smelling
Edan didn't
clothes.
smell it.
I literally,
Unlucky for you, mate.
two of my housemates, like me and my housemate Janet, do not have a sense of smell.
Janet.
I do if I like, but for some reason that was fine. And my other housemate Nat has a crazy sense of smell. So Janet and I are always like, "Is there gas leaks? We won't know until Nat's home."
Is there anything, without giving spoilers away, if you want to describe your game going forward for the people who still aren't on the horse and need to go watch Survivor?
So I think where we stand, I'm a very wear my heart on my sleeve emotional game player. I didn't know what I was doing. I've never really watched Survivor. So I came out there and everyone's plotting and stuff. I was like, Survivor, la, 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 la. And then I made a friend, and then they voted my friend off. And they didn't really consult me about this, and they lied straight to my face. And then from then, I made one of the coolest plays. As I said, I haven't watched Survivor, but I'm going to say it, one of the coolest plays in Survivor that I've ever seen,
100%.
which was the Flint play against Dirty Harry. And then from then, I'm playing with house money because these motherfuckers voted my number one off. I couldn't give a fuck about yous. I'm just out here for some fun now, and the worst thing that can happen is I go home. Oh no, I get to see my pretty girlfriend and smell nice things again. Like,
It's like John Wick when they killed his dog. You're like,
Yeah.
you killed my friend.
No, but like, and now what you'll see is my evolution in the game, which has been kind of what's unfolding in front of us now, where I'm just like in my bag a little bit. I'm having fun, and I'm starting to make some moves because I'm like, you know what? We're here. I understand it now. And myself and Simon, who was on the show, Simon said, "You got it." I was like, "What?" Because that was your light bulb moment. I've seen people not get that because they're the ones that go home. You didn't go home. You got your light bulb moment. What are you going to do about it? I was like, oh, let's fucking play, bitch. And so now, going forward, we're making some great TV, and we're going to have a lot of fun.
I'm very excited to see you move forward in Survivor. I hope we get to cross paths again one time in the ring. We'll team up at some stage if my character ever stops being such a cunt. But
Or maybe I will start being a cunt.
hey, you never know. But before we go, I did get you a gift. I'm going to go over and grab this. Can you hold this?
I can hold this.
You
Two
got-
microphones.
For me?
For you.
Double bagged?
He double bagged it.
What'd you get? Is it something that smells terrible?
No,
that
this-
was my gift to you.
If this is my thank you, because
It's dog shit. He's going to
It's
light it on
dog shit.
fire, and then we're going to leave.
I got to live out like a childhood dream of getting in the ring and having like a proper match and then being able to do it more. And you were one of the people early on, before anyone knew I could do anything, who was like pitching for me to get in the ring. You kept me safe in there. You're open to my ideas, and I really appreciate it. So this is just my way of saying thank you. To anyone else I wrestle in the future, please don't expect a gift like this. I cannot give you all gifts like this, but you were my first in the ring. Unforgettable. I appreciate it. So thank you very much. This is for you.
That's so kind. Before I do get to open it, I just want to say that the reason that I pushed so hard for you early is because me and Tuck have this thing where we can see it from a mile away when we see someone who like has been bit by the bug, and you got bit by the bug, and when those motherfuckers get a chance, they're not going to fuck up. And that's why I said this whole time I was never stressed about you, because I know that you get it, and I know that you respect the game so much that you're not going to fuck up, and you're going to listen to what we say. And yeah, I'm really, really happy that we got to do it. And now that you're set up within the PWA universe, and now you have like storylines going forward, I really hope that, you know, as I said to you before, I was like, I'm setting you up here, and now it's kind of in your hands to take it, but I trust that you have it. And I'm really, really happy with what we were able to do. So thank you for being such a cool part of it. All right, I'm going to start taking it over the thing.
Do it. I'll hold your mic for you. There you
Yeah,
go.
on the pod. Having a moment. What is it?
Is that real?
Yeah. No, it's not.
real.
No, it's not.
It's real.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
For the audio people, it's a signed hat.
let him explain what it is.
And you can take it from here.
That's really sweet.
Of course, man.
Make me cry. It's a signed John Cena hat. Where'd you get this?
I bought it. They've got the number on the side of how many they made of them. And obviously you were in Perth for it. So I thought I'd get you the one from Perth.
They made 25.
Yeah.
And you got one.
Yeah.
That's so cute, Lockie. I had no idea about this.
And yeah, for anyone, like John Cena's my John Cena's my goat. Like he's the reason that I became a wrestler and he's the reason I'm still doing it. That's so kind, man. You're the fucking man. Yeah, John Cena's my the reason that I do this, and I'm yet to meet him. But until I do, this is. Thank you, man. Thank you.
I hope it smells like him too.
Yeah, I'm fucking speechless, to be honest. That's fucking awesome. Thank you.
That's my thank you. I appreciate it, man. Ladies and gentlemen,
This is a Nobody Else podcast.
Scott Green. Love you, miss you, bye.
Love you, miss you, bye. Mwah.